Hi there, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jaymie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast.
For 15 years now, we've been proudly helping breeders promote hundreds of thousands of pedigree livestock with our easy-to-use animal management-driven website software.
And let's not forget about Hired Hand Live, where over $1 million worth of livestock is sold online each year.
We're excited to bring you market trends, sales data, advice from your fellow breeders, and stories from the ranch.
Our software makes managing your website and your animals a breeze, so you can focus on what you love.
So let us handle your digital chores while you tune in to another episode of From the Pasture with Hired Hand.
Today we're talking about the upcoming Appalachian Trail Sale. Our guest and sale host, Nelson Hearn, will give us the inside look at the cattle and other details for the weekend. Be sure to visit hiredhandlive.com, where you can view all the consignments, get detailed information, and place your bids. You can also check out the consigners' websites powered by Hired Hand software to learn more about their programs. If you're excited to hear about the outstanding Longhorns heading to the sale ring, stay tuned. We've got the full rundown. Welcome, Nelson. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Can you take a moment and introduce yourself and your family? Because I know it's not just you and Tammy. You also have Adriana that helps you out around your ranch and everything else.
So I'm Nelson Hearn, and we got our own ranch called Neltam Longhorns, which my wife Tammy Hearn is involved in, and my granddaughter Adriana Norris, and so we just run a small ranch of Texas Longhorns.
How long have you had Longhorns?
Since 2007.
And then Adriana, I think how long has she had Longhorns? I think she hasn't had Longhorns for quite as long as you.
2012, she started getting involved with us on it, and been involved ever since, of buying her own cows, doing partnerships with us, and now she owns half of it because we did an LLC.
Nice. I remember when I first met you all and Adriana, and she was a wee little girl when she first got started. I remember.
Yeah, her first bull that she shows and still talks about him today yet was Sniper, which is still around as far as I know, and we actually got some daughters of him on our ranch just to keep some memories there.
Very nice. Well, let's jump in and we'll talk about this year's sale, the Appalachian Trail Sale. Can you tell us who is helping you with the sale in Futurity?
Okay, so the Appalachian Trail team is, of course, me as Nelson as the president of it, and my wife Tammy as the financial end of it. Adriana, she does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, getting things coordinated and making the sale pen signs up, just, wherever she needs to fit in to help, get things done. She does that. Justine Rentnauer is head of the Futurity for me, because I take care of getting all the sale cows and that, lined up. And Tina Anderson also helps me out with, going over the sale, proofreading, make sure that we got everybody's name, under the right lots and stuff like that. So that's our sale team. And also we did have a hand with David Henry and Retta Henry this year, helping us again lot the cows and doing some things behind the scenes, to help out with it. Great people. So I feel we got a very energetic team, which is what I wanted, and everybody does a great job at what they do.
It seems like that's maybe been your core team since the beginning. I think this is your third year now, right?
Second year for the Appalachian Trail.
So with this being your second year, are there things that you learned from last year's sale that you're maybe doing a little bit differently this year?
What we're doing different this year is we are holding it at the Pennsylvania State Farm Show building complex. We grew, which is a good thing. We needed more room because next year we're looking at adding bulls for the Futurity. And so we moved it up there because I can grow as big as I want to, a bigger place, more parking, just a better deal.
I believe this year you're having a guest speaker. I don't know if did you also have the same guest speaker last year, or is this the first year?
This is the first year. So what we're going to do after the Futurity, for an hour, I got a guest speaker coming in from Purina Mills. He's out of Virginia. His name is Alex Teague, and he's going to talk about nutrition and things like that for the cattle for an hour before we go for our meal and hand out the awards. I hope everybody stays and listens to him because he's traveling a couple hours to get there, and load him up with a bunch of questions. I'm excited about it because there's always things to learn about nutrition for these cattle to make to make them a better animal, help them produce better calves and stuff like that. So we thought it'd be interesting to have him there from Purina Mills because a lot of people feed Purina and listen to what he does. He also, him and his family own a ranch down in Virginia, southern Virginia, and they raise Charolais cattle. So, and he has a lot of degrees in, of this type of thing. So it should be an interesting hour of listening to him, what he can do to help us raise better cattle.
And you said that was Friday, immediately following the Futurity.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So what happens on Thursday, June 5th?
On Thursday, we will be receiving cattle. We will be ready at 7 a.m. I know in the catalog it says 11, but I will be set up Wednesday night as long as everything goes good and ready to start taking cattle at 7 a.m. Thursday morning and receive cattle till everybody's in. If they're going to be running late, all they got to do is just give me a call. Number's 484-638-0228, and we'll make sure that they get unloaded. We don't want nobody's cattle sitting on trailers overnight. I will be there all night, and some of my team members. So we will get you unloaded.
And it seems like the cattle can still arrive on Friday morning for a few hours?
Yes, up until 10 o'clock. After 10, if there's something that, arrangements made, we could try to fit you in, but we definitely want to try and have everybody in and situated by 10 o'clock so we can close off and start getting ready for the Futurity at 11.
How many classes do you have this year in the Futurity?
We got 8 classes in the Futurity. So there'll be, 4 classes in the 2-year-olds, 4 classes in the yearlings. We ended up with 144 entries this year, which is a big growth from the last year. We had, I think it was 100. That's an extra 44 heifers for us. And we're hoping to be able to top that number next year. Our goal was 130. We were hoping to at least get 120, and we ended up with 144. So we are really tickled about that.
Who did you decide on for judges this year?
This year for judges, we have Danielle Mershon, Dylan Pfeifmeiser, I think is how you say his name, Gary Hirschberger, and Savannah Smith.
I think this morning when I was talking to Justine for just briefly, she had mentioned that Jaymie Cronz.
Yes, Jaymie Cronz. I had to get my notes here. Sorry. Yes, so that's who we got. That's 5 of them there.
You're going to have a DJ or a band or somebody come out on Friday night as well after the awards are given for the Futurity?
Yes. So at our event, it'll be 20 minutes away from this facility. We will hold it at a fire company banquet hall. So after everybody eats, we will have a great barbecue again, and salt ice cream and Pennsylvania Dutch home baked goods again to serve. Then we'll hand out the awards, and then we got a DJ scheduled to be there if people want to dance or whatever, or just hang out and have a good time.
So that wraps up Friday. What time does everything start on Saturday?
At Saturday, we will start the auction at 11 o'clock. The sale starts.
And should somebody have questions on sale day, who should they contact?
They should contact Nelson Hearn at 484-638-0228 or Justine Rettenauer 704-253-5164.
Who is going to be coming out and doing the auctioneering and pedigree reading?
Auctioneering will be Dan Huntington and sales, and pedigree reading will be Joe Selchek.
And what about the back crew? Who gets that tough job this year?
The back crew will be Matt Rettenauer again. We got him some great help. Half of them will be the help that I had last year, and then some, newer people, but they handle cattle. They know how to handle cattle. So I got a great crew lined up for the back crew. It'll be Matt Rettenauer running it.
I know one question that we always get from online buyers is if there's anybody available for hauling. Do you have anybody lined up this year?
I got haulers lined up. So Wes and Jim Clark from Texas will be there over the weekend, and they will haul back west. They got a good rate, so you can either call them now or get a contact with me, and I can give you the rate that they're given to haul them back. I got Joe Selchek. He's going to haul back to the Midwest towards Kansas, and he could drop off in between there to that point. I got Dan Grove going to haul to the south, and also Matt and Justine Rettenauer hauling to the south. I got Andy Brooks Jr. hauling to the northeast towards the Massachusetts area. And I got Joe Grafe hauling to New York. Anybody up that way, towards New York, he will have some room to haul that way.
And I'll be sure to, during the auction, I'll be sure to message out their names and their contact information as well if people don't get a chance to call them and make arrangements ahead of time. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about your sponsors now. It seems you have a whole bunch of Longhorn sponsors, people who are willing to step up and sponsor, but then also in addition to that, a bunch of corporate sponsors.
Yes, this year it was unbelievable the support that we got. Our breeders that stepped up to the plate this year to help out and make things happen for the Appalachian Trail was Daniel Esch, Dale Marshall and Alexis Burkholder, Guy and Charlotte Coate, Ann Gravitt, Harrison Iger, Lloyd Esch, Jacob Lance, Bill and Elizabeth Hudson, the Brightman family, RTG Ranch, Dean and Janine Singley, David Retta Henry, Jeremy and Lindsay McIntyre, Ryan and Brandy Smith, Sam Byler, John and Christine Talley, Daniel Putt, Kreider Farms, Eddie and Laura Downing, Bud and Kathy South. And then for our corporate sponsors, which we got a real nice selection of them to help out, which was a great thing. Bob Weaver Auto, Schweitzer Fencing Company, K&K Feeds, H&K Group, J. Merle Stolzfus of Barler Campbell Realtors and Auctioneers, Foreseen Concrete and Construction Company, Kathy Barry Agency, which is an insurance company, Fessler Trucking, Austin Construction Company, Hoke Mills, Pryford, Camping World, Panhandle Homes and Excavation, Farmer Boy, and last but not least, Jay Phillips Trucking and Excavating. So it's a pretty good list of corporate sponsors there this year also.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Do you sometimes feel like you're the only one who doesn't have it all figured out? Rural life can be isolating, but it doesn't have to be.
Welcome to Ag's Most Okayest Farm Girls, the podcast for women who are craving connection, laughter, solidarity, camaraderie, and just overall encouragement in your everyday life and dreams.
Each week, your hosts, Annalise, that's me, and Courtney will cover topics such as farm life, mom life, making money online, side hustles, hobbies, sharing on social media, jobs off the farm, and so much more.
Us rural gals need to stick together, so saddle up for some fun, real, and unsolicited advice and stories from our everyday farm lives.
Grab a drink, we're Ag's Most Okayest Farm Girls, and we're here to help. Listen wherever you find podcasts.
Looking for top-quality Longhorns and a taste of true Texas spirit? Look no further than Cantera Cattle Company. Our passion for Longhorns shines at Old Gringo Ranch, where tradition meets excellence. Visit us online at CanteraCattleCompany.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest updates and ranch life fun. Ready to experience it yourself? Schedule your visit by emailing canteracattle@gmail.com. Remember, God is great, Longhorns are good, and life is crazy.
Are you a new Longhorn breeder eager to educate yourself on market trends and sale prices? Stay in the loop with our text messages. Get the latest updates, events, and insider tips on all things Longhorns delivered straight to your phone.
Stay informed by texting website to 888-700-8131, then reply with Longhorns. That's website to 888-700-8131. Sign up today and take your breeding program to the next level.
Now let's go ahead and we'll talk about the consigners a little bit. When I was counting a little bit earlier, there's right around 33 different consigners.
Yes. This year, the consigners did a really good job I told them I wanted good cows for this year's sale, moving to a new place, and I wanted to step it up, and I feel that we did that this year. We stepped it up and got great cattle in our sale. I've been getting a lot of compliments about it, and everybody seems to be happy with the lineup that we have this year.
Yeah, it looks like you have, of course, some from Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia and New York. But it seems, I think I saw one coming from Wisconsin, some from Texas, Florida as well. So you had quite the reach this year.
Yeah, we're all over this year with cows coming in. We had 63 lots consigned.
Well, shall we go ahead and start talking about those lots? Because I think that's probably what everyone's tuning in for.
Sure, we can do that.
All right. Are there any scratches that we should make people aware of?
There is. The scratches so far is lot number 15 from Home Branch Ranch, lot 45 from Silver Tea Ranch, lot 42 from Harrisburg Cattle Company.
Do you have any subs?
We do have a sub for lot that's going to be dropped in lot number 45 spot from Silver Tea Ranch. They put an awesome 2-year-old heifer in that is just as good as the cow that they scratched. And I believe she's on the site, on the hard hand site to view her.
Yep. So it looks like you're starting the sale out with a donation lot that is benefiting Hurricane Helene and the wildfire relief that happened there in North Carolina. Can you talk about that animal just a little bit?
Yes, that animal is from Jay and Susie Walker. They stepped up again this year and donated a heifer to help this hurricane relief fund out. Lots of people lost their homes, businesses, family, vehicles. I mean, when you see pictures of it, it's just unreal what water can do to, people's things. And they're still cleaning up, still building, trying to build houses. They're still finding missing people. And it's just a sad situation. So I hope everybody stands up to this year, and let's make this a great donation for these people. Jay and Susie put one awesome heifer in for this. She is over 30 inches, and she ain't even a year old yet. In a couple days, here she will be. She is Bob Loomis breeding all the way around. She's a Cowboy Tough son out of Rio Safari. Then the bottom side, she had a full sister sell for $9,500. she's open to, because she's just a young heifer, but I seen her in person and she's put together real nice, good lateral horn. And it's just a great thing, to do here to try and raise some money for these people to put towards helping to either rebuild their houses down there or something. Let's all pitch in and make this happen.
When you were first talking about the donation lot, way back when we were working on the sale catalog, Justine wanted to make it clear to everybody that her and her husband Matt are going to be the ones that help distribute the money, so that people can feel confident that whatever they donate is going to be vetted and allocated to the right people, so that the people who need it the most are going to get that money. I know Justine was concerned, and she just wanted to make sure that everyone knew that the money was definitely going to be put to good use for those families who are really struggling in that area.
Yes, 100%. Justine and Matt been hauling trailer loads up to these people, so they got the connections to people down there who give the money to make this happen for the stuff that they need. I mean, just about every weekend they're hauling a trailer load or two stuff up there and helping, do things. So they've been busy with that. So nobody has to fear at all that this money's going to go anywhere else but other than to help these people. Matt and Justine are great people, and they will make sure it gets in the right hands to that it will happen, to get there to these people in need.
Well, let's talk about the next two lots that you have in the sale, the two embryo lots. We'll start with the embryo lot 1.
Okay, so Christy Ramsey and her husband wanted to do two embryo lots. So the first embryo lot, you get 2 embryos. One will be a Cowboy Casanova and a BL Rio Safari out of that, cow, which is, Casanova needs no introduction. That bull sold for a lot of money. He made a lot of great calves. And also the BL Rio Safari cow. The next embryo in there in that same lot is a Tumbling Dice and BL Rio Safari, which that Tumbling Dice bull is out of Triple L Lucky, which was a very good bull, for the short time that he was around, and a lot of great calves out of him. So that would be your first embryo lot. And then your second embryo lot is 1 embryo of Cowboy Casanova with Renegade's Jewel, which is a black cow, and then Tumbling Dice and Rio Safari again. Very good embryos. They wanted to put them in because they got loads of them, and hopefully somebody in here would enjoy to use them in their herd. Of course, whoever buys them, they are responsible for the shipping costs then.
Are you ready to play a little game with us called Catalog Roulette?
I am.
Okay, so what will happen is I will just randomly select a few cows out of the sale catalog as I'm scrolling through here, and we'll step on it, and then you can talk a little bit and tell us what you know about the animal, if you have any updates that aren't in the catalog or whatever you would like to say. So we'll start the game off with lot 1. We'll do Slice of Heaven, who is consigned by Black Log Farm, and that's with Sam Byler.
Yes, lot 1 is confirmed bred to line up heifer sex semen. She is a great producing cow that produced some great heifers for him. She is over 82 inches, tip to tip, of beautiful twist, and a lot of her calves that she had, I seen pictures of, are marked up just like she is. Very quiet cow, good breeding in her, good producer. She is a top hand, which is a top caliber and out of Pajama Party dam. And then on her dam side is a Rust tool, which is a top tool out of T. Jube. So there's a lot of great things with this cow. If you're looking for twist and body and just production, she does it. She's a milking machine.
Let's talk about lot 6 next. GLH Black Oreo, consigned by Gary Hirschberger.
Okay, lot 6 definitely changed from the pictures. She got way more horn. Just a beautiful put together heifer. She's out of the Black Market sire. On the dam side, she's out of a Houdini, and just a well-bred, put-together heifer with a lot of flash and a lot of horn. She's definitely flashy.
Earlier, you mentioned that David and Retta Henry helped you lot the sale and did a few other things behind the scenes for the sale. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about their lot 12, Double L Rebel Raven.
Lot 12 is another well put together heifer, awesome breeding with Rebel HR. She is a Rebel HR daughter, comes out of a Santee Checks and Pacific Geraldine. She has a bull calf at side by the DCR Roman's Jest and exposed back to that Naive Legends bull. I didn't hear yet if she is confirmed pregnant, but I'm sure she is. But another well put together heifer, and you can see she got the great lateral horn to her, and she is just putting it on. He's thinking she'll be 80 inches by her 4th birthday. You got a good producing heifer there. Not only good conformation, but good color to her. She brindle and good horn growth to her.
Henrys are there in West Virginia. So now let's go over to Virginia and we'll talk about Savannah Smith, one of her lots. We'll do lot 17, LTL Catches Penny.
Savannah put in some good animals this year, really good animals like she's been doing on these other sales. So you got a Tough It Out heifer here, which is out of Cowboy Tough Checks and the Winning Smile. Then on the dam, it's NB Rex's Grand Freckles, which are always big cows from the Rex sire. She has a heifer calf at side and just a well put together young cow that is growing. Looks like she's going to start rolling out on her horn now. So she definitely one to be checking out. Want to put in your herd to have good genetics.
All right, we'll scroll my catalog here and let's stop at lot 22 from RTG Ranch, the Brightman family. Their lot's name is M7 Bonnet.
Okay, this cow here, another Casanova daughter, and she's out of a Super X daughter. She is definitely bred to Scarface, which that bull was 88 and a half at 3 years old. And he's a hanging tough son out of a 20 gauge daughter. He is producing collar, horn, and just great calves, and they thought that would be a good cross on that cow. So she is definitely confirmed bred to Scarface bull. And this cow comes with huge body, nice twister horns, and again produces a lot of collar.
Let's talk about Caitlin Blackwell's lot 27, SR 007's Sittin' Star.
There you got another young cow out of Hubble's Rio 77. And the dam side comes out a Sitting Bull, which a lot of people remember. Sitting Bull back in the day produced a lot of horn growth at early age. You can see on her a good pile horn there. And she's exposed to Mr. Bojangles, which was another bull from the MC program and also RTG. Just again, a great producer, a good milker. I did not hear she had a calf yet or not, but very good cow to look for and want to put in your program.
So now let's go back to Pennsylvania and let's talk about Guy and Charlotte Cody's lot number 31, DH Strawberry Roan.
That will be Massachusetts cow. She is a Rowdy HR daughter, which Rowdy HR needs no introduction there. He produced a lot of great females, a lot of great sires, and the bottom side goes back to her grandsire was Rodeo Checks, and her grandsire on the bottom side of her dam was the Sam Check 708, which was a lot of good breeding there. So you got a cow here that's a beautiful roan, a really good horn, getting ready to start rolling out. And she will be, she's a great producer, good milker.
Let's move on to lot 36, 2NR, Nice to See Ya, who's consigned by Harrison Eiger with leathered longhorns.
Yes, another great daughter out of Hello Darlin bull that's, I think, 90 some inches. The dam of Just Dora out of Justify. Really nice collared up cow with her horns rolling back. Looks like they're starting to roll out. She also is bred to Spec Iron, which is a big bull, which was a drag iron son. So that'll be a great calf when she has that. That will continue with the twist like she's starting there, and the horn growth. Ed Collar.
How about we talk about Eli Esch's lot 41, JY, iron out the specs.
Another very good heifer coming here out of Stop already, and dam side speckled iron. She was bred to DH Hired Hand heifer sexed, and she has a heifer calf that was just born. So you're getting a whale of a package here with that DH Hired Hand heifer calf, and with that cow. Again, you can see good collar. The calf got good collar. I've seen pictures of it. Good horn growth here on this young lady, and horns again starting to roll out. Good breeding all the way around. Another awesome package to, add into somebody's herd.
How about next we talk about Kyle and Leah James's lot 44, Golden Penny.
Okay, that's another cow that is just a milking machine. I just seen her last weekend. She actually got a Bubba Tough Checks bull calf on her side that is just stout already, looking like he could be a good bull prospect down the road here. I was told that cow is just a great producer. They sold a lot of good heifers out of her, and they're retaining some heifers out of her, and that's why she's up for sale. But good collar, good horn, easy going cow, and an awesome producer.
Well, earlier you had mentioned LL Lucky, so let's talk about another animal that has him in their pedigree, lot 51, HL Burnin' Love from Bill and Elizabeth Hudson.
This cow here, she is a standout, pretty cow. She is at my place right now, and so I'm taking care of her till the sale. You want to talk about an easygoing, calm cow, beautiful horn, and she is definitely bred to HL Higher Ground, which is going to be an awesome calf out of her. They said she is a producing machine. They got a bunch of heifers that they're retaining out of her, and that's why they let her go. But you want to talk about a nice stout cow that's just a standout pretty cow that will definitely stop traffic. Casanova on the top and that Triple L Lucky on the bottom. I mean, production all the way around. And then with the Higher Ground calf coming out of her yet, it's going to be an awesome breeding on that calf.
This next animal what we're going to talk about is from a son out of LL Lucky, Delta Lucky Ace, lot 53, the TT Lucky Spirit from John and Christine Talley.
Yeah, so that cow, I seen that cow, and you want to talk about another great producing cow, just a good deep body cow. Anybody knows the Tallies, they know how to raise them and know how to breed them. She's exposed to Apollo with the Delta Lucky Ace in her and the Cowboy Checks on the bottom side. Another great producing cow, very calm cow. Just another great addition to anybody's herd. Anybody that, like I said, that knows the Tallies, they raise good cows and are happy to have them in their herd.
Next, we'll go all the way down to Florida and talk about lot 60, River Forks Dixie Cup from Terry and Tammy King.
Terry King put in this beautiful brindle heifer, just a young heifer, good horn growth, awesome collar, awesome brindle collar. And you know what Terry raises too? He's another one that raises great cattle out of that Dun Rocher, which is a Brazo Rose Ranger bull, which got a lot of recognition. And out of the Dun Lucky Penny cow, which is another great producing cow. So you got some Dunn in there. Nancy Dunn has a fantastic herd also that just produces good bodied animals, good horn growth, definitely put together with conformation. Nobody's going to go wrong on this heifer here. And she is also exposed to Terry's bull that he's been winning at the Futurities with. So just imagine what that calf's going to be like with the breeding that this heifer has in, and then that bull that he put her with that's been winning at the Futurities. It's going to be a top-notch calf.
And last but not least, let's talk about the very last lot in the sale, lot 63, RV Lorene. She is consigned by the Wilson Wachter Partnership.
Yeah, this was another great cow. Seen her. She's tall, long, good body, good horn, very pretty brindle face to her. She's a drag iron daughter out of Field of Temptation Dam, which is a tempter dam. So you know that's a lot of horn on top of horn and a lot of good depth of body, good conformation all the way around. She was AI'd to big stuff, and I'm not sure. I didn't find out if that's, what she definitely caught to, or she was to the bull that she was exposed to. So breeding status will be announced at the sale.
So that wraps up Catalog Roulette. And again, this sale starts at 11 o'clock on Saturday, June 7th. What time does everyone have to have the cows out on Sunday?
I'm going to say by 10 o'clock Sunday morning, because I got to be out of the building by lunchtime, by 12 o'clock Eastern time Sunday. So I need to get all the panels out, everything gone by 12 o'clock Eastern time.
Is there anything that you'd like to mention about the sale, the Futurity, or anything else that's happening that weekend that we haven't talked about?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything. I hope that everybody comes and has a good time. I hope we get a lot of online bidders and buyers. Again, we got a lot of trucks going everywhere to get your cows to you. Any information that you need, don't be afraid to reach out to me, and I can try and help you out with it or try to get things lined up for you. Come and have a great time. We got it at a new facility this year. It's an air conditioning building also, so it's supposed to be hot already, they're saying. So I guess we'll see if we need to run the air conditioner.
And now let's hear from our advertisers.
From the Pasture by Hired Hand is presented by R3 Hilltop Ranch. Located in Chilton, Texas, R3 Hilltop Ranch has been breeding registered Texas Longhorns since 2006. What began as 3 heifers has grown into our current herd, which you can explore on our website at r3hilltop.com. We're passionate about loud colors, longhorns, and docile temperaments, but it's the easy-keeping, low-maintenance traits of Texas Longhorns that initially attracted us and continue to drive our herd growth. In addition to livestock, we proudly offer certified Longhorn beef products. Visit r3hilltop.com/beef to learn more. Thank you for listening and enjoy exploring our ranch online at r3hilltop.com.
Planning a live auction and want to reach more buyers? Hired Hand Live brings the power of the internet to your event, allowing bidders from anywhere to participate in real time. We specialize in integrating online bidding seamlessly with your live auction, ensuring that no one misses out.
Your livestock plus our technical expertise equals one successful auction. Let Hired Hand Live help you expand your reach and maximize your results. Visit hiredhandlive.com to learn more.
Well, one last thing before we go. It's called Fast Five. I'm going to name a characteristic from a Longhorn, and you pick one Longhorn out of your sale that we have not already talked about. Are you ready for the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a black and white animal.
For a black and white one, let's talk about lot number 13. It's Horseshoe J, perhaps, from Jaymie McIntyre. She's a tough enough Czech's daughter out of Horseshoe J Prime example. Again, a beautiful cow with the horns rolling out. A good body cow, depth and color and is bred to their master bull. I think she will, do very well on the sale. She's good, solid cow.
All right, the next characteristic is Twist.
There's a bunch of them in here with Twist, so it's hard to decide here. So I'm just going to talk about 46 for a little bit. So with Twisty Horn cow, I seen this cow in person, and she definitely got a good amount of twist. I was really surprised when I picked her out with these people that they even let her go. She's a sitting bull daughter, actually a double bred sitting bull daughter. Just a nice full depth cow with a good twist. Always produces a great calf with collar. Always maintains her weight on pasture. She just got it all going for her. Good conformation, good udder yet for her age, and just well put together, well balanced cow.
Okay, the next characteristic is Red and White.
Okay, I'd like to talk about number 30 on that. Another young heifer that's coming on real strong. I got updated pictures of her, and she grew a lot more horn, and they're rolling on them. Just a well put together frosty face heifer, good conformation, good legs and feet under. She is an Alfago daughter out of, an older bull on the dam side. It's out of old bull of King of Clubs, but there's a lot of great King of Clubs daughters out there, and the Zavagos. And you want to talk about flash and just, everything about this heifer. She is just, 100%.
So the next characteristic is Brindle.
Brindle, how about we talk about Lot 21 River Forks Dixie? Another one from Terry King, which got done, a lot of done breeding in her, and Cowboy Catch-A-Checks he goes back to. Again, bred to his Futurity winning bull, and very nice conformation young heifer here with a great horn to her.
And then the very last one characteristic we'll talk about is a True Black.
True Black. Let's go with Lot 43, a big stout cow that I'm going to, say is a True Black. Drag iron daughter out of Noble Wine, and she's over 80 some inches tip to tip and good twisty horn to her. Bred to HL Heads Up. The calf coming out of that cow is going to be an awesome package to watch also.
Well, Nelson, thanks for joining us, and make sure to check out the Appalachian Trail Sale consignments ahead of the sale day and follow us for more updates. Until next time.